we have Jeff Carr from Mix 92.7. A lot of you know him as the morning show, but what you should know about him is he's a decorated Navy veteran and he's working on something that's very, very near and dear to his heart, a new project we're here to talk about. So Jeff, thanks for coming on today, my friend.
Well, I appreciate it. Getting the word out about this is a big thrill for me, and I appreciate being on the show with you.
Our pleasure, man. We love our veterans. So first, thank you for your service. And then when we talk Veterans Discount Guide 2024, first year ever. I know it's some kind of guide, but before you tell us what it is, you tell us how it started or the why behind this, because I feel like this is very important to you.
It is. About 3 years ago on Veterans Day, I was on the air on Mix 92.7 and tried to come up with a comprehensive list of all the discounts and the breakfasts and all the good stuff that the local community was doing for veterans that day, and couldn't come up with a one-stop shop of veterans deals that were out there. So it put a little seed in there. So I started thinking about it. 3 years later, a lot of conversations with the boss, with Katie Carr, the person who runs this whole thing. I'm just the face of it and the guy who served. We decided to come up with the Veteran Discount Guide. We started selling it to people. People got crazy about it and loved it. So the combination of not only discounts that are in local businesses, but also veteran-owned businesses that are out there, we decided that there was other opportunities too to talk about veteran programs, and I'll get into that a little bit as far as charities and stuff. And we also wanted to do something for those businesses that gave back to those charities. So that's a big part of what we're trying to do. Veteran discounts, we've got Hy-Vee is a part of our magazine this year. Veterans programs, Cibola, of course, has, Central Bank has VA loans. Veteran-owned businesses like Wicked Sugar and Collier's Tree Service. Also, we have a Heroes Outreach program that we came up with ourselves, which we're really excited about. There's some businesses, real estate agents and insurance companies that can't advertise veteran businesses or veteran discounts. They just can't do it. It's not legal for them. So we came up with a way for them to donate to veteran charities. And we vetted 3 of them, which we're really excited about. One of them is called Heroes Outreach, which is John Morlock. He does amazing things for veterans. Also, Welcome Home. It's a Columbia outfit that helps with transitional housing for veterans. And then the Marine Corps Toys for Tots, which has been around forever. So if you make a donation to those charities, then we'll let you in the book. That was one of the things I wanted to make sure that this was, something that helped veterans, not just an advertising book, but an advertising book of those people that did their part to help veterans.
So basically, you get an ad because you donated to the charity.
Some of them did because they wanted to get involved. Michael Elliott, real estate agent at the lake, just saw this and just went crazy, him and his wife Karen. But real estate agents can't give a donation back on their commission. So we decided to ask them to give a nice donation to one of these charities. They did. They get in the book, and then they get recognition for that.
That's awesome.
So,
and you're right. The Heroes Outreach program with John Morlock is superb. His story in itself is unbelievable.
Talking to Gina Goff and finding out that Gina wanted to help John Morlock with the movie that she's doing here at the Lake of the Ozarks just really gave me another inspiration to get this thing going.
That's way cool. So you've been working on this for a while, and it kind of runs down some different discounts and some different businesses that are owned by veterans. And you talked about the why behind it, but talk a little bit about the response, because like you hit the nail on the head. During Veterans Day, you'll see the Facebook post, free lunch from 11 to 2, but it's like, how do I keep track and get more of that information in front of the veterans that could utilize it? And so how's your response been?
Well, the sales response has been incredible. We've got 60 plus businesses that joined this, and it just couldn't be more excited about them. We're going to have the book actually in those businesses, any of them that have customers that are coming in, plus the American Legion and the AMVETS and the Elks and other places that veterans congregate will have books there as well. 15,000 copies we'll put out for this year. And so we're going to do this once a year. That was part of the selling process too. We kept it fairly cheap for the advertisers, and we wanted to give 15,000 copies away. We're not selling them, of course. So that was a big inspiration in this whole thing, that people just kept motivating me to keep selling it, because they were like, you got to talk to this person. Of course, they're a vet, or they have a veterans program. So it was just this snowball effect that just kept going and really worked out well.
That's amazing. And so I see this. This is like your proof, which I'm pretty impressed, because this is not easy to put together, and this is pretty sharp.
Right.
So when can people get their hands on the 2024 Veterans Discount Guide?
We're looking at mid-February. We've got about another week left of putting together articles. That's another thing about this. This is going to be information for veterans about the VA and veterans programs and the Heroes Outreach Program. And so it's not just a monetary thing. There's information in there for veterans to use. What I want to tell people also is, if you're not a veteran, look at the book, grab the book, support those businesses that support veterans. That's a very important part of this. Not just for veterans and making 10% off of their deals, which is fantastic, but you pick one up and you go to this place because it's got a veteran deal. And we would really, really appreciate everybody picking up a copy. I know we don't have much time. I want to thank my wife, Katie Carr, one more time. Thank you, Kate. Couldn't have done it without you.
Your guys' love for each other.
Yeah.
Jeff Carr, Veterans Discount Guide. Get it in mid-February.